Do you think it takes somebody from outside of the like normal rapper group to be able to like have clear thought processes on this kind of shit? Because it's like 1090 Jake, whenever he says something about somebody telling, it's like, you're white, you're fat, you're from Boston, like, whereas with you, it's like you're a woman. It's kind of like
you're not street.
I mean, I guess Whack is somebody who's like fully from the environment that he's kind of talking about, but also I see Whack as being somewhat compromised when it comes to certain people. He definitely does not talk about everybody equally. There's been some LA rappers who've been accused of snitching, and I brought it up to him, and he's like, I don't know, I didn't look into that one. And then you bring up other people, and he's like, well, I got this piece of paperwork. Check this out right here. He's like got all his information together, so I wouldn't say that he's necessarily like trying to be the judge, jury, and execution. And even 1090 Jake said that he's kind of trying to fall back from it. He wants to do podcasts and not necessarily expose
I felt
people.
bad from, see, I never was an exposer. I was a fact checker though. You know what I'm saying? Like I never exposed, like nobody can ever say I exposed them as a snitch. Yeah. I will verify it though once it comes out, but I never exposed nobody. However, some people say I'm biased, but I'm not. I treat every case the same. Like Bayzoo. Everybody swear up and down I'm biased. That's not because I say he ain't tell. On neither of the cases I covered. And I'm just like, I did it just like I would do anybody else. So how is that being biased?
But fill us in on the details of that. I haven't honestly even been keeping up to it, except I've seen a few people.
Okay, so the Atlanta case, the Atlanta case with Durk, Bayzoo, and King Von was my first case with a Chicago rapper at all. I got certified copies of that case, paperwork. It was gonna fall apart. Nobody was gonna do time for that. Even if Von was still alive, they couldn't even send in paperwork to indict him before he died for pretrial. Like that's in the paperwork. Like
what was alleged that happened? Just for those who haven't looked into this in a while.
So allegedly a robbery took place and the victim got shot. Alex, and I actually talked to Alex.
Durk, Von, and Bayzoo
and Hellemans.
Okay, who got killed in Miami during Rolling Loud actually a few years back. But they were in Atlanta, and they see somebody and they end up.
No, they were all hanging out. They're friends.
Right.
The guy that got shot.
Oh, even the guy who got shot was their friend?
Yeah, they were in the car. So I think Sadie Nash put out the actual video of the incident.
He did.
Oh, he did?
And so allegedly, if you compare the report with the video, Durk and Von was in one car, Bayzoo and the victim was in another car where the shooting took place. Now, up until recently, the paperwork said the victim said Bayzoo shot him. Okay.
And the victim died?
No. The victim's still around. Right? He actually just got out of jail not too long ago. I actually spoke with him on a FaceTime, and he said
Maybe we should speak to him.
Hey, I can get you in touch with him. The victim said he was sedated and the police was asking him questions and they just kind of like, okay, you said this. All right, I'm gonna put this in the report. But he said he never said anything. That's why the case fell apart. Okay. So they didn't have no evidence. That's true. All this, if Von was alive, when he was alive, March 2020, pretrial sent a letter to the state attorney's office like, hey, y'all haven't indicted him. We're about to relieve him from the services. Like,
yeah, because that's what people were saying. They said if Von was alive, he would have been charged for it.
Yeah.
And he was the fall guy. And
they were trying to make it out like Durk snitched on him after he died.
Yeah, that was untrue. It was falling apart. They didn't have a corroborating victim no more. None of that. So that was one. The second one was the murder case with, what was it, 2009? But I think Bayzoo got picked up in like 2014. And that just, and it's about consistency in paperwork. They don't have a statement from him. They just said, okay, this person identified XYZ as XYZ, but he said they all hung together. That's it. Like, how are y'all saying that snitching when the ones who actually snitch, they have the statement saying so-and-so said him, Bayzoo, this person, that person went to the store. He saw him shoot. That's snitching. You're giving a statement. You can't just go off of because the report says somebody said they was with somebody without, where's the statement where they actually said we were together at this crime scene. That's not what happened.
And see, this is why I feel like somebody like you or 1090 Jake is actually doing like very important work, because realistically, I'm in the position where even if I knew that Bayzoo told on somebody, it doesn't fucking matter to me, because I'm just, I'll interview him again. We could talk about it, whatever. Right. It's not the end of the world to me. But for a lot of these people who come from this way of life, this is the biggest deal in the fucking world to them, and they want to know who they can trust. And the problem is that it's not like we can just ignore it, because I guarantee you I can go find 10, 20 videos on YouTube right now calling Bayzoo a snitch by people who did a shoddy job of looking into it, right?
Facts. And that's why I'm most hated when it comes to that, because the switches, everybody was like, he beat 2 switches. The video is out, the body cam, right? I just recently did this video. I went over the paperwork. This is where you have to have a mind for law, right? And then I watched the video. I said, let's watch the video. I proved through the video how he beat the case without even, I was like, I could have been his attorney and beat the case. With weapons, especially, I'm gonna say Illinois, since that's where the case was. You have to prove possession. If they can't prove you was the only person in that back seat where that gun was found, they can't say that was your gun. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, he beat the case, and I knew this because I had a conversation with him. Ultimately, he beat the case because they couldn't prove it. Yeah. But because they say I'd be biased when it comes to Bayzoo, I wasn't doing real time to show people I know what I'm talking about. 7-minute video was right there this whole time. It's been out for years. Right there. And nobody took the time to really look.
Right. That's crazy. And that's the difference between somebody actually caring and somebody just being like, oh, fuck it, let's do a clickbait. Because we live in the fake news era.
Oh, yeah.
There's more fake news than real news, especially after somebody gets killed. We've all seen it with young Dolph. Oh, they found black youngsters' footprints at the scene of the crime. Fucking all these crazy things that it is important that we have people who are actually trying to dig into it, because we can't really rely on the mainstream media to do it, because they barely fucking exist at this point. Also, does the mainstream media care about THF Bayzoo? Probably not enough to really give him a fair shake the way that you or somebody like you would.
And see, I started doing it because it's promo for me, because I get paid to research. Everybody be like, your page ain't growing. I ain't never said I get paid off of YouTube. But I get bigger YouTubers that try a little bit. Hey, Mickey, can you explain to me, what does this mean? Okay, pay my fee.
So you'll consult with them?
Yeah.
Are you Academics' consultant?
Nobody need to be, because some people be leading him astray. Okay.
That's funny that you say that, because there's been a couple times where I listened to Act's videos, and I'm kind of like, he has to have a lawyer or somebody who's consulting, because I don't know why or how Act would necessarily be able to, when he was talking about how many years Tax Stone was going to get, I was just like, I don't feel like you would just know this. I feel like you consulted with somebody to figure this out.
It's a lot of us that do that, though.
Really? Yeah. He might have a guy. Yeah. I don't know.
At one point, I was Wax consultant when it came to paperwork. Right. He'll send me something to verify. A lot of people used to think I would just pull, but sometimes he'll send me something he already had. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? This and that. So I do that. That's where I get my bread and butter from, the behind the scenes. Now, the content that I do is just for fun, really, but that's why my name is so big compared to my platform, because the bigger people shout me out, hey, shout out to Mickey True for, looking out for this. Because a lot of people don't understand the law. And everybody don't have an attorney on standby that they can just call with questions. So they'll be like, Mickey, what does this mean? Or, what does that mean? And, pay me and I'll tell you. Hey.
Any rappers reach out to you yet?
Beforehand, no.
Yeah.
Normally, see, I troll in a different way. I'll hear something and I'll be like, okay, let me at this person. See what they say. Seti Nash, that's how me and Seti Nash, started talking Bayzoo, Fredo Bang, because I just would at them. I hear something okay, I'm about to check into you. And you can tell the ones that don't have nothing to hide, because they'll respond I don't care, run it.